Hey, this is Victor, and today I'd like to review the Bose Quiet Comfort 35-2 noise canceling headphones. And I thought it'd be a good time to review these because I've had them for a couple of months now, right around the same time that I moved to New York City. If you guys have never been to New York City, it is a very noisy place. And while I love the city, unfortunately, my apartment is located at a very busy intersection, and there's just a constant stream of traffic noise that's coming through to my apartment at all times. So I'll be hearing the honking of cars, of the buses, of people with their loud music, and also ambulances and police sirens. And the stream of noise really doesn't go away throughout the entire day. So I needed something that was going to be able to provide me some peace. And so I bought these. And to be honest, I originally wasn't planning to spend $350 on these. It's a lot of money to put down for some headphones. But the more research I did, the more I realized that this might actually be a good investment for me. I work from home, and I'm also somebody who's a little bit more sensitive to noise than the average person. When I hear noise, I tend to get distracted. And so I knew that for my sanity and for me to be able to focus on my work, that spending $350 is a small price to pay for that kind of quietness that would allow me to focus. And so originally I was looking at the older model, the QC25s, I believe, which were corded. But for the price difference of, I think, maybe around $150, I thought that it would make sense to dump the cash for something that's going to be wireless, and I'm really glad I did. But I'd like to share with you my experiences with this, because I know that a lot of you guys are wondering, is it worth it? Is it worth $350 for a pair of headphones? And so starting out with the comfort, the top band has a Alcantara suede material, which is the same material that you would find on very expensive sports cars in their leather seats, as well as throughout the trim. And I gotta say, these feel great. This material is very soft, it's smooth, and when you put it on your head, it doesn't scratch your hair or your scalp. And I really don't notice it after having them on for a minute or so. So really good job on this piece. And going down to the band is very flexible, and so it contours to my head very nicely, and I imagine that this will fit on many types of heads and head sizes. It's so flexible, it just kind of shapes around your head. So it's really a great feeling that feels secure but not overly tight. And then lastly, moving down to the earpieces, these swivel, I would say, about 90 degrees, and this allows them to, again, conform to your head no matter what position you have. I know that with some headphones, you have to sort of have the right placement in order for it to feel good. But these, you can move it any way, and the swivel will readjust around your head perfectly. So I really like that feature. And going on to the earpiece itself, it is made out of leather, and it seems to be a very high quality leather. I wear these every single day, and I don't notice any wear on these. They still look like new. And leather's a great material because it doesn't get too hot or too cold. But of course, if you've got these on your head for a couple of hours, the heat's gonna build up, and depending on how warm your body runs, it may bother you, but for me personally, I can probably wear these for 2 hours and not feel any discomfort. The only reason I sometimes pull these off is if I've got like a scratch in my ear. So totally not a problem with these headphones. As for the sound quality, I will say that I wear these half the time without turning on any music. I simply use it for the noise canceling feature. And when I do have music, I think that it sounds pretty good. Granted, I'm not a audiophile, but I do appreciate great sounding music. I'm the kind of person who's, upgraded their car speakers, and I've bought, THX certified speakers for my computer, and right now I've got Sonos. So I do really appreciate great sound, but I'm not somebody who's spent, $2,000 on earbuds before. But I will say that these sound pretty good to me, and definitely good enough. So I have no complaints about the music quality. As for the noise canceling itself, they work extremely well. They're not going to cure you of noises coming from sirens and horns completely, but they do a pretty good job of at least muffling them. Normally when I'm in my apartment, I've got the windows closest to me closed, and then I've got these on with the noise canceling feature, and it definitely kills off any constant noise. For me in my apartment, that kind of noise is the heater, the refrigerator, maybe the humming of the lights, and you can definitely notice a difference when you have the noise canceling on. I remember the first time I put these on, I had the noise canceling running, and then I turned it off, and then all of a sudden I heard, all that constant noise, and I thought to myself, what is that noise? Did something happen? Is that a new noise? But in fact, it was just the regular noise of my apartment. So there really is a big difference. The only thing is, it doesn't cure, the horns and the sirens completely, but it helps. It helps a lot, and it definitely makes a difference when I need to do my work. I would say that it drowns out the sirens maybe about, if I had to guess, maybe about 60%, 75, up to 75%. So that's a pretty good change. So for me, it's definitely been very beneficial for me to focus. One other thing I wanted to say is that I originally was using earbuds, and I had those for a while. They were the Ultimate Ears by Logitech, I believe, and those do a good job of passive noise canceling in that they create a pretty good seal. The only thing is that they weren't that comfortable, because it would cause some itchiness or just some irritation in the ear. And I also use these to talk with clients on the phone, and I noticed that with earbuds I would hear myself talking, and it would be kind of distracting and kind of loud. So I wanted to try headphones, and if you're going to use these to talk on the phone, they are incredible. This mic, the mic that comes on these headphones, is very powerful, and a lot of the times the clients will be surprised that they can hear all that noise that's going on outside when I have my windows open, and they think that I'm actually outside. So that's how powerful the mic is, and the sound clarity is amazing too. I can hear the other end so clearly. It just helps so much with any long calls that I need to be on. So I want to end this video just by saying that if you're in a very noisy environment, or you're particularly sensitive to noise, and you have the ability to dump $350 on these, I would say that they're completely worth it. I have no regrets, and I'm glad I didn't waste my time on cheaper alternatives that may not be as good as these. So consider these an investment. Otherwise, if you're not in a situation where you need noise canceling, I think there's other alternatives. And if you're actually looking for something that sounds very good, but you don't care that much about the noise canceling, then I've heard that there's much better alternatives. So leave me some comments if you guys have any questions about this, and thanks for watching.